atau tertidur atau tidak memperhatikan waktu mereka melewati di depan mata Anda. Pasti you akan tahu, wah inilah dia. Tetapi seperti yang dikatakan tadi oleh dalam kesaksian Pak Herman Ibu Swan, bahwa kalau mulai dalam berpacaran misalnya, pasti emosi naik, semua hebat-hebat, wah tergila-gila semua. Rasio sudah hilang sama sekali. Tetapi sesudah beberapa waktu, sesudah menikah, perasaan-perasaan seperti itu akan menurun, malah bisa hilang. I don't feel like I love you anymore. Jadi, pernikahan itu bukan hal perasaan saja. Itu suatu komitmen. We are together forever. Baik ada perasaan maupun tidak ada perasaan. Because we committed ourselves together before God to go together. Now, having said that, you want to work at the romantic side of your relationship. It's okay, that's important. Keep the romantic feelings going. We say, increase the fire. But just because I don't feel the same as I did when we first started falling in love, doesn't mean that we should consider a way out of this relationship. Feelings come and feelings go. Ada perasaan naik, ada perasaan yang turun. Marriage is much more than just feelings. It's a commitment to one another and a commitment to God. Waktu Eve muncul di depan mata Adam, dia sudah tahu, inilah dia, ini yang diharapkan oleh saya. Kemudian dia memberi nama kepada perempuan itu, Eve, the mother of all living. Berikutnya, pada akhir pasal katanya, Musa menulis, "For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one." Dua menjadi satu. Itu tujuan, bukan hanya secara fisikal itu, tetapi secara jiwa, secara segala yang ada di dalam diri kita. All of us become one. The husband and the wife both become one. Physical, spiritual, emotional union. And we must then leave our current family and become one and start a new family. When Dana and I were first married, we got married 3 months before we graduated university. We graduated university. I had been accepted to another university to work on a doctorate. We had 3 months to live somewhere before we moved to the new university. And so we chose to live with my mother for 3 months. Perang dunia yang lain mulai. Because, again, I was in my home with my mother. My father had already died. It was only my mother. And my mother treated me how? As her son. My wife treated me how? As her husband. So I had two roles that were very confusing for me. When I listened to my mother, I was a boy. When I listened to my wife, I was a man. And it was not good in that house for 3 months. Very confusing. And as I reflect back on that, yes, it was a good decision because it saved us a lot of money. It was all financial. That's why we stayed with my mother, because it was free rent. But I didn't understand the conflict of my role. When I faced my mother, I was her son. When I faced my wife, I was her husband. And I couldn't put it together. And because it was my mother's house, who won? My mother. And that put my wife in a very difficult position. Because she wanted her husband, not a boy. And it was very difficult for the first 3 months. Then we moved, and established our new family together at the university, living independently, and suddenly things got a lot better. Now I have to complete the story. That was at the beginning of our marriage. 3 years ago now. No, sorry, longer than that. In 2008, my mother came to live with us. At the age of 80, how old would she have been? 88. She was 88 years old. She came to live with us. And I was concerned again how this is going to work. But she's living in our house now. It is Dana's house. And for the last almost 5 years of my mother's life, she lived with us. And here is what my mother said when she moved in with us. Ibu saya mengatakan seperti ini kepada saya dan Dana, khususnya pada Dana. Inilah rumah tangga you. Saya akan tunduk kepada apa yang diinginkan oleh you. Saya hanya mau mengucapkan terima kasih atas belas kasihan yang diberikan kepada saya untuk tinggal bersama kalian. Supaya saya bisa merasa aman dan tahu bahwa tahun-tahun terakhir hidup saya akan menyelesaikan dan dijalankan dengan baik. Dan selama sekian banyak tahun, itu baik mempunyai ibu saya tinggal bersama-sama dengan kami. Establish your own family. Leave your family and establish your new family. Baik secara fisikal maupun secara emosional. It's very important. Let's continue. Ada pasal yang kedua yang mari kita perhatikan pada pagi ini, yaitu Efesus pasal 5. Di dalam Efesus pasal ke-5 ada beberapa hal mengenai peranan suami dan istri di dalam pernikahannya. Let's read this together. Efesus 5. Ada yang bisa menolong saya dan bacakan? Efesus 5 ayat ke-22 sampai akhir pasal. Saya memberikan mikrofon pada siapa. Thank you.
Efesus 5 ayat 22 sampai dengan 33. Kasih Kristus adalah dasar hidup suami istri. Hai istri, tunduklah kepada suamimu seperti kepada Tuhan. Karena suami adalah kepala istri, sama seperti Kristus adalah kepala jemaat. Dialah yang menyelamatkan tubuh. Karena itu sebagaimana jemaat tunduk kepada Kristus, demikian jugalah istri kepada suami dalam segala sesuatu. Hai suami, kasihilah istrimu sebagai Kristus telah mengasihi jemaat dan telah menyerahkan dirinya baginya untuk menguduskannya, sesudah ia menyucikannya dengan memandikannya dengan air dan firman. Supaya dengan demikian, ia menempatkan jemaat di hadapan dirinya dengan cemerlang atau tanpa cacat, atau kerut, atau yang serupa itu, tetapi supaya jemaat kudus dan tidak bercela. Demikian juga suami harus mengasihi istrinya sama seperti tubuhnya sendiri. Siapa yang mengasihi istrinya, mengasihi dirinya sendiri. Sebab tidak pernah